You can't wait for inspiration. You have to go after it with a club. The proper function of man is to live, not to exist. I shall not waste my days in trying to prolong them. I shall use my time, but I am I and I won't subordinate my taste to the unanimous judgment of mankind. Life is not a matter of holding good cards, but sometimes playing a poor hand well. He was a man without a past, whose future was the imminent grave and whose present was a bitter fever of living. Life achieves its summit when it does to the uttermost that which it was equipped to do. Every atom of me in magnificent glow, then a sleepy and permanent planet. Don't loaf and invite inspiration, light out after it a club. As one grows weaker, one is less susceptible to suffering. There is less. I would rather be ashes than dust. I would rather be a superb meteor, every atom of me in magnificent glow, than a sleepy and permanent planet. Life was meat. Life itself was meat. Life lived on life. There were the eaters and the. One cannot violate the promptings of one's nature without having that nature recoil upon itself. His conclusion was that things were not always what they appeared to be. Thenceforth, in the nature of things, he would possess an abiding distrust of appearances. He was mastered by the sheer surging of life, that it was aglow and rampant, expressing itself in movement, flying exultantly under the stars. He was a killer, a thing that preyed, surviving triumphantly in a hostile environment where only the strong survive. The wild still lingered in him and the wolf in him merely slept. Food and fire, protection and companionship, worked for. He was a silent fury who no torment could tame. Deep in the forest a call was sounding, he knew not where or why, nor did he wonder where or why, the call sounding imperiously, deep in the forest. Kill or be killed, eat or be eaten, was the law, and this mandate, down out of the depths of time. I would rather that my spark should burn out in a brilliant blaze than it should be stifled by dry rot. A bone to the dog is not charity. Charity is the bone shared with the dog, when you are just as hungry as the dog. For the pride of trace and trail was his, and sick unto death, he could not bear that another. She was thrilling to a desire, squabbling with the dogs, and to be avoiding and dodging the stumbling feet of men. I reckon you've called the turn, Bill. That wolf's a dog, and it's eaten fish many's the time from the hand of man. And yet he remained somehow different from other dogs. Buck did not read the newspapers, or he would have known that trouble was brewing, not alone for himself, but for every Tidewater dog, strong of muscle and with warm, long hair, from Puget Sound to San Diego. I remembered my days and nights of sunshine and starshine, where life was all a wild sweet wonder, a spiritual paradise of unselfish adventure and ethical romance.
It's better to stand by someone's side than by yourself. The function of man is to live, not to exist. I shall not waste my days trying to prolong them. I shall use my time. And who knows what romance, what adventure, what love is lurking round the next turn of the road, ready to leap out on us if we'll only travel that far.